Steve Williams more than halved his mortgage when he moved into a new house in Adelaide.
This one was a lot cheaper and only about an $80,000 mortgage on this one, so it's going to be hopefully mine in about 5 or 6 years.
He's among the 1/3 of Australians with a mortgage who stand to benefit from a cut in interest rates.
I'd say things are pretty tough. Cost of living's rising all the time.
The Reserve Bank says it cut interest rates to a new record low of 0.5% because the Australian economy is being hit by the global coronavirus outbreak. But even before the outbreak of the virus, the economy was growing below trend with rising unemployment, despite 3 interest rate cuts last year. Former Reserve Bank board member Bob Gregory says he would have argued against the cut.
Not going to do anything for universities, Chinese restaurants, travel agents, supply chains that are being blocked from China and so on. The instrument they have control of, which is the interest rate, is not really the right sort of instrument for this sort of problem.
So 7:30 going home?
Yeah.
Brad Stevens and Kate Holton are paying off their home in Hobart. They say the rate cut won't encourage them to spend more.
Let's do this.
We would be much more inclined to probably just tip that back into the mortgage, bring our principal down a bit more. And in the past when that's happened, we've done that as well. So we've never really sort of taken that extra cash and used it for anything else because it doesn't make that much difference day to day. But, you know, a little bit extra off the mortgage, it's a good thing.
Brad's a real estate agent and thinks lower interest rates will push up demand further for housing. He recently bought an investment property.
The fact that, you know, the cost of money was just so incredibly low, even for an investment loan, meant that, you know, the rental repayments more than cover the mortgage.
The more you force up these asset prices, the bigger risk you take when the asset prices start to fall. And as you're attracting more and more marginal people into the market, that's what sort of worries me.
At the height of the global financial crisis, the Rudd Labor government acted to shore up confidence and avert recession through stimulus measures, including cash handouts and infrastructure spending. The latest figures show Chinese manufacturing has now fallen by more than it did during the GFC. And even before the release of those figures, the RBA was appealing to the government to loosen its purse strings in order to stimulate the economy.
The governor of the bank has been sort of saying this for a year or two now. He's been sort of saying monetary policy is not going to be very effective. We should do a bit more on the fiscal policy side.
Brad and Kate worry the impact of the coronavirus is already starting to bite in Tasmania.
Obviously, the university is a big part of our economy here in Tasmania, with a big contingent of international students, and I know that that's certainly having an effect on them.
Back in Adelaide, Steve Williams says he's more interested in the economy performing well than the government getting into surplus.
What I'm more concerned about is whether I have money left over at the end of the week. It's more what I'm thinking about rather than whether there's a surplus or not. I'm lucky enough to have a fantastic job, but I know a lot of people that are underemployed or haven't quite got the job they want, and they're definitely suffering.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 7:30's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.